Hey everybody, Rick here. I'm in Oxford, Kansas, just a little ways outside of Oxford, Kansas, at the old mill here. It's really very pretty down here. This mill was built in 1874, and they used to have a restaurant and a gift shop. Now, I don't know if all that's still open or not. It used to be quite the place back in the day, but I just don't know what's all. Nothing's open right now, of course, but I don't know if they would be open normally or not. But anyway, I'm down here. I want to let you look around this old mill down here. It's really very pretty down here. Very, very pretty down here. So, as I always say, if you're not doing anything and you want to come along and join me. We're going to take a little walk around this old mill. Okay. I'm going to show these old grain bins, or bins for something rather. There's like 3 of them down here. And there's another structure down here too. And I do believe this was all part of the mill at one time. Of course, all this is added on later on in years. I don't know if you can see the trees, but there's something right there. And then here's an old Chevy. You know, this looks like Oxford Milling Company, established 1874. This looks like they had maybe like a band concert on this at one time or something. Let me kind of back up here and let you see this. Now this is really very cool. Look at this. Wow. Bet you that's what that was. It's got a little screen door on the back end of it. Wow, look at that. That's cool. And then here's this, I'm not sure what that was at one time. And there's some other things down here. Yeah, I didn't even see this old building back here. It's pretty well gone, looks like. Looks like it might have been for storage at one time. I never did come down here when everything was open. I wish I had now. Like I said, they had a restaurant, they had a gift shop, and they might have even given tours. I don't know, because I never came down. I wish I would have now. It's really pretty down here though. They tried to sprinkle earlier. And it did a little bit. It sprinkled a little bit. Now there's one of the buildings right there. I tried to peek at the windows earlier and they're just too dirty. You can't see anything. But we're going to walk around over here. Now this building over here, I do believe, would have been like a weigh station. Weight station where they weighed the flour or the grain or whatever it was. At the time, you can clearly see this platform here, where they would have drove up on this platform and they would have weighed everything would have been weighed, and then they would have deduced from there how much money they would have got. Okay, well, we're going to go on around here and go down and let you look at the actual mill. Of course we cannot go inside. And by the looks of things, nothing's been done down here for a very long time. Boy, something is really rattling. I think it's tree branches against that building. Oh, I see what's coming from, way up there. Now that sheet metal, it's really flapping in the breeze. And that looks like the sun's trying to come out now. Well, that's a good thing. What all these buildings did, I really don't know. A very nice stairway though, very nice. They did a good job. And they got the rope lights that go all the way down. I bet this was really pretty at one time when everything was going on. I bet everything looked really pretty down here at one time. There's a stairway that goes all the way down. This would have really been pretty night or in the evening. Had these rope lights on and had everything all lit up, and everything would have been really nice, really pretty down here. This stairway doesn't actually look all that old. They might still be in operation. I mean, seasonal or just whatever, I don't know. Of course, nothing's open right now. More things are trying to open back up, though, and that's a good thing. Making my way down the stairs here, and we're going to let you look at the actual mill, the building. I can just picture in my mind them having like band concerts, and not band concerts, but concerts of some sort down here. And people eating and looking through the souvenir shop, and just, it would have been so cool. Wish I would have did all that. But here's a sign: Chapney's Old Oxford Grill, 1874. And again, it is very beautiful down here. I mean, just lush green. Oh gosh, very, very pretty. I can imagine back in the day, they had all this manicured and mowed, and gardens out through here. It would have been very, very pretty down here. Now here's Old Mill, gift shop, restaurant. And they have a sign posting that will be closed Sunday, March 15th and 22nd. That might be fairly recent, so I don't know. They might still be open. There's a sign down there designating this part over here as the dining room. This just tells about the old Oxford Mill. Built in 1874, reconstructed in 1988 to 1989 by Wallace Chapney and Hal Ross. Looks like a P or maybe an F. Gene Ernst, architect. Michael Peters, landscape architect. Oakland Avenue craftsman, and then up here it just says that they've been placed on the National Register of Historic Places. Got the little rock pathway and all that down here. That's just really cool. There's the back side of those buildings. And then we'll go over here, we'll let you, the flagpole there. And here's the front side of the main building, I guess you might call it. Really peaceful down here. There's absolutely nobody down here. Of course, the locals probably don't have no interest in this anymore. I'm going to walk right here to the side. I'll show you something over here. Oh, feels like it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. I hope it holds off for just a little bit. Rock wall over here. I've got to really watch where I'm walking here. I'm going to go down this way far enough to let you see something over here. Kind of get over here a little ways. And then over here, and we'll get a better look at that here. We're going to walk on the other side here in a minute. There's an arched doorway, it looks like, down there. Or it's an arch of some sort. Might have been a doorway at one time. And this is the side of the building. Okay, we're going to walk on around here and let you look at the back side of this. It gets interesting on the back side of this. Looks like that might have been a apparatus. Maybe that was one of the wheels they used in the mill. You can see there's a pattern on top where the greenery is. A little bit of pattern, and there's these marks on top that might indicate it was used for something. But we're going to go on around now. There's the stairway we just came down. And there's some, looks like that might have been a stairway one time that led up to those doors. That's a very tall building. And of course it goes on back into there. There's also walking paths out here, walking trails. And I really did not know there was walking trails out here. I've been out here before, but I just really didn't go that depth just that deep rather to walking around out here. And at the risk of repeating myself, but it is very, very lush, very, very pretty down here. This looks like this might have been a parking area at one time. Maybe down that road there, I'm not sure. They have the different rows for parking, or they must have had at one time. Well, imagine what this was like back in the day when it was in, everything was going good. And this talks about the welcome to the old mill trails. The trails around the old mill wind approximately one mile maybe, a variety of wildlife. It's pretty badly worn. And then there's a walkway that you got to walk to get to the other side. And I've already been across it once. I'm not real crazy about it, but it seems to be okay. And I can only imagine what this might have been like at one time, if this is a little bit deeper creek or whatever, waterway, than what it is today. There are, now right there is a gate. Right there's a gate. And then there's the gears that would raise and lower the gate. And then there's some gears over there that might have raised and lowered that gate. And this tunnel here is all concrete. Of course you can't really tell it because of all the mud. But I'll show you on the other side. And this would have been where water flowed probably as well, and maybe over here too. This looks like it's all concrete as well. At one time this would have been also maybe a waterway. That's all concrete in there. And there's some big huge wheel in there that I don't know if you can see that or not. No, you can't see it, but there's a big huge wheel in there. And that's probably what it would have turned to grind whatever needed to be grinded. But this got concrete walls on each side of these. And then they go all the way underneath this walkway. So imagine that's what that was at one time. We're going to walk on across here. There's just enough water flows for that little waterfall over there across the way. We'll see that in a minute. And then there's the view of another angle of the mill. And there's some sort of a device sitting over here. So this mill is almost 150, it's 146 years old. And here's the back side. There's those gears rather, gears. And this platform here might have did something, I'm not real sure. This mill was built 100 years before I graduated from high school. We're going to walk on down here so we can see this little waterfall. You might be able to hear that in the background. Very large sections of concrete. A little bench for you to sit at if you so choose. Yeah, so let's go up here. And that's where we just came from, where the bench is. That's just where we came from. We walked all the way around. And there's that doorway, you can barely see it, but there's that arch. You really can't see it. But that's the archway over there. You know, there's a lot of attractions that have this kind of a theme. Old mills and that sort of thing, but this is the real deal. Although it's, of course, it has not been in operation for many, many, many years. But I think it's cool how they turned it into a restaurant and gift shop and all that. I think that's just really cool. It really is. I might shut up here for a minute and just let you enjoy the sights and sounds of this down here. We've got walking trails. I think I counted 4. There's one that goes off that way. Of course, there's one we just came down. And there's one that goes off this way. I'm not sure where that goes. Probably won't be going down there this morning. I would like to eventually, some other time maybe. There's some tracks down here. That's interesting. Well, let's walk down this way for a little bit. There's a close-up of that apparatus or device or whatever you want to call it. This tells about the different kind of birds, but it's pretty well worn out. Western kingbird. Yeah, there's several of them. And here's some more walking trails. This walking trail that turns to your left, it actually just goes a big circle. We're going to walk down here. I walked down this one earlier to see where it went, just so I'll know my way around here a little bit. They're not too hard to figure out. These two trails are not. We'll just kind of stop here a little bit and swing around here and see how lush and just very pretty everything is down here. It seems like everywhere I go, somebody's always got to be firing a weapon of some sort. There's some concrete, big blocks of concrete. It gets really muddy right in through here. And this just goes out to this road out here. I guess it's a regular county road, I'm not sure. Road of some sort. And then you get out here, and of course it goes on up that way. Pretty steep. I don't know about that. That may not be meant for... It's got a weight limit sign there, but I don't know if I'd want to drive down that or not. And then if you walk on out here, it's just farmland or whatever on out here. On out this way, of course, there's another road that goes back towards that way. So, tell you what we'll do. I don't know, that's awful muddy down through that way. I thought about taking the other path, or trail rather, but it's really muddy. I might have normally, because I know where it goes. It just goes right back. It just goes right back where we were. Oh, I don't know. I might go for it. So see, here's where it forks off. That's just the way we came. What the heck? I'll go back this way. I might have to wash my tennis shoes when I get home, but that's alright, they'll wash. It's just a whole canopy of trees. That's why things probably don't dry up that quick. So I mean, it's just a canopy, like I said, a canopy of trees. I did not take this. I mean, I knew where it went, but walking around here just exploring around it, I did not go back this way, but I'm going to now because I know where it goes. If it wasn't so muddy and wet, I might explore some more, but now see, there's another trail that goes straight ahead. It goes quite a ways down there too. There it is right there. It goes on that way. And then of course there's another one right here. Now there's another one that goes down that way. But we were just there, that's just where we were at. So we're going to go on this way. Ooh. Oh, I just walked through a bunch of mud. Oh, great. Oh well. A little bit of spray and wash and they'll be okay. It won't be the first time. It won't be the last. I see that we're literally just right back where we started. Just made a big loop. And that may be what all these are. They just loop around, I don't know. Until I kind of walk around here a little bit. But very pretty down here. And there's even still electricity. There's a lamp or light on right there. But yeah, it's very, 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 very pretty down here. Very nice. That might have been a lot more full at one time than it is now. Rock wall over there. Well, we'll see if we can walk down this way. It is a little muddy, but my shoes are really muddy, so it's not going to hurt anything too awful much. So let's walk down here. You can see how muddy it is. But this just goes right back to where we were earlier. See the bench? And this is really kind of where I want to be anyway, because I can show you that little waterfall again. But it is muddy down here. Ooh-wee. Got to be careful too. You don't want to slip and fall in all this mud down here. Boy, howdy. Ooh-wee. Okay, well, okay, here we are. And then, like I said, there's another trail that goes down that way. It would be interesting to see where these lead to. I already know where, what, two of them go already. So, that's what I knew when I first got down here. There's 3 rows of rock walls over there if you look real close. 3 rows. That might have all been manicured at one time. You know, it might have looked really nice. But there's a bottom row, there's a middle row, then there's the row on top. And there's that row there, and then there's that row down there. I didn't notice that before. Okay guys, well, I think we're going to wrap it up. And again, this was the Oxford Old Mill, built in 1874. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you have the rest of your Memorial Day weekend. And as always, I will catch you on the next video. Bye for now.